Hello guys, hope you can see me well, and this is your last lesson for today. So what we're going to talk now about at the end is one more senses. So I hope you remember we have 5 senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. Okay, so we already talked about, I believe, touch and taste, and now we're going to talk about our sense of sight. So our sense of sight is our vision, yeah? So our eyes are the organ that we use for our sense of sight, and when that sense is being used, we can say that we see things, okay? So our sense of sight is, in a way, one of the most important senses for us. Why? Because when you think about most of things that you remember happening or experiencing in your life, coming into some sort of contact, most of those memories are things you've seen. Our sense of sight is extremely important to us. Okay, and today we're going to talk then about how that sense functions. What are, well, of course we can see anything, but how do our eyes work? How can we take care of our eyes? Okay, and I actually have 2 experiments that you can do at home together with your family, and I think you're all gonna like it. It's pretty, going to like them. There's 2 of them because they're pretty fun. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have a little boy, and he's holding, do you know how to call this? These are binoculars. Now, what do these binoculars do? When you put them in your eyes, well, in front of your eyes, you can see further than you can usually see, yes? So there are different ways, there are different tools that we use to make our sense of sight even stronger, let's say. There are many instruments that we created that help us see better and further, okay? But I'm going to talk about it a bit later. So let's see what we have here, okay? So revision of our 5 senses, and the one we're using today is sight. What we want to know, we want to say at the end of the class that we can name all 5 senses, that we know the names of the different parts of our eyes, and I can discuss what we can do with this sense, okay? So you will be able to say many things about this sense at the end of this class, hopefully. Okay, so first question. Here we have, we're going to have a long list of questions. How many eyes do you have? If you said 2, that is correct. So humans are usually born with 2 eyes. Both of these eyes can see, and each of the eyes can see on its own, okay? But when they're working together, we say a bigger picture. We can see better when both of our eyes are working well. Okay, so what do you use your eyes for? So your eyes, of course, you use them for seeing things and for watching things. Do you know what's the difference between seeing and watching? Like for right now, I'm going to do this. So what I'm doing right now, I'm watching this marker. So I want to do that. My eyes are focused on this marker. I'm watching it. And right now, this marker, okay, I can see it, but I'm not really watching it. So that is the difference between seeing something and watching something. Yeah, when you really focus on something, when you direct your eyes at something, you're watching that. So I'm watching at the marker again. But just if it's in front of your eyes and you register, you know that it's there, but you're not really paying attention with your eyes, then you can say that you see that, okay? Name something colorful to look at. Okay, so let's play it like a game. You think of something, I think of something, and then I'm going to say it, and then you can, let's see if we're going to think of the same thing. So we have 3 seconds to think. So something colorful to look at would be a pack of markers. Yes? Like this one. Yeah, a pack of markers. Did you think of the same thing or something else? Okay. Now, what color are your eyes? I think you remember that once we did this, we made a pictograph with different colors of eyes in our classroom. And if I remember well, almost nobody had blue eyes, but we had quite a big number of children with green eyes, quite a few children with black eyes, brown eyes. Okay, and those are the usual colors. Yeah, so our eyes are usually black, brown, green, blue, or a mixture of those. A mixture of two of those colors. So sometimes you will see that somebody has, I don't know, green eyes, but with a little bit of brown in them. Okay, it's also possible sometimes to see people who have two eyes of different colors. So I had a neighbor when I was a child, and one of her eyes was green, but the other one was brown. It's very rare, but it happens and it's perfectly normal. Both her eyes work just as well. Yeah. What else did they want to say? So these four colors are the usual colors of your eyes. Now, sometimes when you look at your eye, of course, you have a part that is white, but that white part can be red. So this is when your eye is irritated, when something is in your eye that your eye doesn't like, or maybe you have some sort of infection, like illness of your eye. Okay, so you do not want to see any red in your eye. Redness of eyes is usually a pretty bad sign, okay, but it can usually be easily fixed as well. Okay, so what are the parts of your eye called? Okay, so I'm going to show you on my eyes. Okay, no reason to use pictures. So you can see you have two eyeballs, yeah? These things that you can actually see. And then what is very important to keep in mind is that we need to keep our eyes safe, okay? So generally, like poking your finger in your eye is a horribly bad idea. Generally touching your eyes, pulling anything to do with your eyes. You just need to keep your hands away from your eyes, anybody else's eyes, or any other things away from eyes. Okay, we need to keep them protected. Now, the thing is that our body is also made, our face is made in such a way to protect our eyes, okay, from anything coming into them. So how is that? Well, think like this. Your eyes have two lids, the upper lid and the lower lid. The lids close and open, close and open. So what did they do? They first protect the eye. Maybe, I don't know, if there is a splash of water, somebody jumps in the pool in front of you, you're going to immediately close your eyes because you don't want that water to get in your eye. So the lids are protecting your eyes from that. And also, they're cleaning your eyes every time that you blink, okay? They clean your eyes in case that there's some dust or maybe that pool water got into your eyes. Now, there are more parts that do the same thing. You have eyebrows, okay? And eyebrows, they are here, they're a little bit more prominent. And what they do, if there's like any sweat coming down your forehead, it's going to stop at your eyebrows and go like this so it doesn't get in your eyes, okay? The eyelashes do the same thing. So the eyelashes are these nice hairs here on your eyelids, and they also prevent anything from getting into your eyes, okay? So let's repeat. This external outside part of your eyes are lids, upper and lower lid, eyebrows, and eyelashes. Now, when you look at the eyes, you also have different parts there. What is found around you? Okay. And I'm going to tell you that a bit later. Okay, we're going to have like a map here, and I'm going to show you that. Okay, what is found around your eye? So eyelashes. What happens when your eyes don't work properly? So what happens when your eyes don't work properly? So let's see, do you know somebody who can't really see things well without the help of something? So sometimes our sight can get worse in time. So remember we said last time that when we're talking about taste, that when you're a child, when you feel the food, it's very strong. But as you get older, the taste is not so intense, yeah? Your sense of taste becomes a little bit weaker. And it's very often the case, not always, but very often with your eyes, yeah? As you get older, your sight gets a little bit worse. And it can be in several different ways. It can be that you can see really well things in front of you, but you can't, but the things far away are blurry. Or in reverse, that when you look right in front of you, things are blurry, but when you look very far away, you see them nice. Well, not very far away, but a bit further. So to help us with this, people have come up with glasses, yeah? So these glasses can correct, they can help you with your sight, okay? Another option, if you're not using glasses, some people use contact lenses, but they do a very similar thing. How do you look after your eyes? Well, we already said, do not put your fingers or anything in your eyes or anybody else's eyes. And who helps care for your eyes? Well, first of all, you yourself need to take care of your eyes, but also we have eye doctors, which are called opticians, and they can run some tests if you have any problems reading or if you see things blurry. They have special instruments that can help determine what kind of glasses you're going to need to help you see, okay? So this is the eye, and let's go one more time. What are the parts? Okay, so you can see it's pointing to this hair here. Those are eyelashes. Okay, eyelids. Pupil. Pupil is the black part in the middle of your eye. But this colored part is called iris. Okay. Sclera is the white part of your eyes. Eyebrow, protecting from sweat. And I think that was it. Okay, so one more time. Brows, eyebrows, eyelashes, lids. The colored part is iris. The black in the middle is pupil. And the white part is called sclera. Okay, I will be back in a minute to show you those two experiments.